Hey, folks, Quilly here, and this still makes me laugh. It is another episode of Songs of Six. Oh, you can't help but grow old, but you don't have to grow up, is the lesson, we all try to follow over here. We're back in Songs of Six. We've got our lovely city here, 4.22k people, and currently people are fairly happy. I mean, I love to see the happiness above 100%, but yeah, that ain't too bad. Okay. Fulfillment versus expectations. Yeah, makes sense. That would end up being in that ratio. That's kind of cool. People are fairly happy. Not too many negative workers, hopefully improving. I don't know if there's like a good way for me to see like a list of buildings that have been shut down. Like some of it is obvious. I was just looking right before starting the stream, or not the stream, the video here. Like Embassy 00. Clearly those are shut down. But I don't know if there's like a place to go and see that. Like, obviously whoever woodcutters are shut down, because I think like there might be some things I'm shutting down temporarily from time to time, but I guess I'm just going to be having to look at some of these values and see what's what. Now, we did unlock the machinist relatively recently, and I think we really need to get that going because those machine parts will help us gain even more efficiency in our city. Oh, the other thing, I was doing some looking around, and one of the things with the brawls, which I guess happens between different species, apparently there's something if like if the door to the houses maybe are further apart between the things, like this might be a big brawl stuff because we've got the Garthimians and the Dondorans close together, and that might lead to brawl. I don't know. Maybe our next city will be more organized that way, or maybe we'll just go and do a floppy monoculture or something like that, so they don't go and eat the rest of our people. Who knows these things? Would like to increase our booze production, but the other thing I want to do is it was pointed out that if you look over a tech, there is in parentheses, and I haven't really been paying attention to that part, right? Like if I go and spend the tech here, I get effectively 2 extra workers in hunting. But we should really weigh that against the tech cost of this. So this is 0.07 workers per point spent. So how many workers does it take me to generate a point of this is innovation? It looks like over here, the production rate at the bottom is 1.87. So let's call that 9 per worker, which means if the tech we're doing is worth, hold on, am I doing the division right way? If the tech we're looking at isn't giving us at least 0.11 workers per point, then we've got a net deficit in workers. Did I do the division right or wrong? Oh, I should have done this math ahead of time on this to like double check, like, Am I inverting something? But I think that sounds kind of right. Right? And this is 24. Oh wait, but no, but it's per point here. This is 24 points. Oh, yeah. Hold on. So no, I'm no, that's sort of right, because if this is 24 points, and let's say I'm making 9 points per worker, then it takes like 2.5 tech workers to give us 2.0 workers, which is obviously no good because it's not net gaining us workers. And I think that 0.07, the only thing is, I don't know if there's another way to see it. Like, it would be great if it's in this display. If this parentheses thing, and shout out to Futino Decay who pointed this out and brought it to my attention. It would be nice if in this display it said something like, this is the equivalent of X number of workers in innovation. Now that will shift, of course, depending on whether we have I guess these guys want the clay tablets, right? And other upgrades to tech and stuff. But yeah, right now I can look at something and say, okay, if it's got to be 0.11 or better to make it worthwhile. So not everything we've necessarily done has been worthwhile. And this one doesn't have parentheses. Oh, okay. Well, this one doesn't do parentheses because it tells us it's inefficient. Currently get 0.5 more workers, equivalent to 0.06 workers per tech point spent. Which again, no, okay, so it words it differently. I don't know what it's using as a threshold, but again, we'd want that second number to be 0.11 or better, or whatever. My math may be way off on that, and I'm doing some approximations, but that sort of feels right. Oh, now see, this Onx breeding definitely is good. Now, so kind of in a sense, whether or not I need what the Onxes are giving me, which is fiber and meat, this one is hugely valuable in terms of tech, and it might be worth hitting this button, even if I don't currently have a crunch on any of those, although we know we never have enough meat, just because this is a really efficient thing, and if we end up with extra fiber, then we turn into more stuff, or we sell it or something like that. That's actually, like, pretty strong. Actually, what about over here? This one is no good. Yes, okay. That one's really good. Let me do that, and then there'll be a little bit of diminishing returns, but just fine. We do have a lot of innovation. Okay, let me use this as a bit of a guide for a few more things. Like, if we look at the lumber over here, this is possibly fine. We might be at a slight worker disadvantage, but, like, funneling things in the right way. This is really good with the clay. 0.32. Yeah, no, that's really, really good. And we know we could probably use more clay. I'll put a couple of dutes in here, and check some of these others. 0.9 is a no-go. 0.12 is fine, but not great. 0.16 is not bad, but we know we've got lots of ore right now. We'll probably need to do the gem stuff. Maybe I should just wait for that, because maybe it's time to set up the gem things. How about the bakery? This is very exciting content, I know. Okay, this would be a net positive. We'd be gaining more bakery workers, and it's effectively costing us to develop this tech. So I'll put one doot in there for now. Booze, very good. But the problem is, no, that's not a problem. I was gonna say, the problem is there's not enough, well, there's not enough booze. I was gonna say there's not enough inputs. So yes, actually, I think this is really good. I'm gonna go ahead and max that out. I think that's fine. We're not doing the charcoal stuff. What about no to that? See, I've probably spent a few things inefficiently because I didn't quite. The carpentry is very good, but we're low on points. Okay. And then what about knowledge spend? Well, okay, we don't have any knowledge. Never mind. Because I think I still want the other bits. Okay. That's that. Now, machinery over here? I think so. Machinery. Thank you, the mechanic. As it's there, I might even yoink metal. I wonder if they can grab the metal from there, or is it worth storing the metal somewhere else? No, I don't know. We'll go and do this. What I'll do is I'll do the 7 wide, which I think has been working out quite nicely for us. We'll share the wall there, and workbench. Yes, it's going to be another one of these type of things. Although different buildings seem to have different needs for the auxiliary stations to hit the max. Okay, this is going to be fine. So I think it'll be another max size workbench here. Then the auxiliary station. 3, 4. Go, 0.16. And then just max length single layer storage stockpile. Should it be in the middle? I mean, that makes it closer to all the benches. Might take a little longer to yoink stuff. I don't know. Or we'll put this one in the middle. I'll probably keep changing back and forth. Check here. Insulation is good. We're making this out of stone. Foundation's actually good here, which is nice to see. Construct. I'm assuming you're going to need... Actually, I don't know what you're going to need. I'm assuming you're going to need metal. Maybe you also need coal, but theoretically that's all being sort of stored up in this area. Let's give it a go and see how this progresses. Ooh, there we go. Pop went up a little bit more. Bit of worker deficiency as we move some things around. That's okay. Yeah, I wonder... I could go and turn off a couple of our upgrades. Like, if it looks like spending points in an upgrade would be bad, then probably I could turn off that category and get some back. I wonder how much that might be worthwhile. Right. See, this is max, so it doesn't show us. Like, that's a little annoying. Like, we could tell this next one would be bad, but it is also more expensive. But maybe it means this one could go. Well, left shift and click will disable this technology. We'll add the points. Okay, it is going to just do one level. Because it's adding 6, and it's 6 per level. Let's say I'm not going to stress about that. Even though I'm stressing a little bit. It might be something I try to do between episodes and just see what shakes out. We shall see. But yeah, let's get some mechanics happening. Or mechanisms. Do I just want to add a little stockpile over here for it? Sure, let's do that. I think... Yeah, we have way too much metal storage as is. I'm going to down doot that by 2 and then just give us a couple of doots of the machinery. Thank you very much. All right. The macho machinery. And then we have a bunch of dead people over here. No, people sleeping on... Oh, being sick. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's rich clay. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that might be one of the reasons the clay pit upgrade seemed so attractive. Though, to be fair, it does actually seem pretty good. Now, we have huge clay storage, but I think it's central things plus the clay. I think all the central deposits, I went and like shrunk the amount of clay that's being kept at. I think it's just 1 bin per. That looks like 1 bin per for each one of these. And then the other big clay thing, well, it's fine. We overbuilt that place. And we'll just have to keep that in mind if we decide to do any exporting. Where are we? Over here. Go. Armies go up. Could build some garrison buildings and things like that. I don't know if that adds to our military strength. I wonder. Guess I could try. Oh, guard posts. We don't have the tech. Press guards. Instill order in the city. Catch criminals. I wonder, that might be worth putting a bunch down. And then what's the other law thing? The stockade. Purely apprehended. Okay, so this is a prison. Now, do our humans like stockades? Is that a service? This is not alphabetical. And they hate the stocks. We know that. Looks like they don't have a need for the building in particular, but is it like... Is there a criminal number, or there might be another meter in here? You want more sculptures, soldiers, army, enemy kills, prowess, chivalry, cruelty, storage, religion, occupation, ex-convict, founded on equality, fair treatment of all races. They do like that. Guards. There's no meter for these. Manage law. I'm sorry, flashing? Okay. One of these check marks. Punishment for crime is... Current punishment for this crime is goodwill increased net... Is goodwill increased net loyalty? Is it the current punishment for this crime is good? Will increase net loyalty? Or is goodwill? Crimes today yearly. Administrating punishment for the crime has the following max potential effects. Lowers tyranny, increases law. Decreed punishment is pardon. Okay, there we go. That's what the check mark is at the bottom. Sorry, I was working my way from top to bottom of the tooltip. So, okay. And then persecution. Wait, why is this rate 50-50 between pardon and nothing? That's definitely what's selected. Murder pardon? What? What? I'm sorry, this punishment and crime combination is too harsh. Exile is too harsh for murder? What are these little tickies? I don't see what these 5 crosses map to. But seriously. Humans don't want anything punished, including murder? Okay. Apparently we live in some sort of anarcho-commune is actually what's going on. I mean, if I'm reading that wrong, that'll definitely be a good one to clarify. You know what? Maybe I should have left a gap there. Maybe what I'll do, because there are people having to walk pretty far around, is I will go, before I go and add, and chain more mechanics, blah, 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 I will go and prep a road here. I'll put it right there, that sort of intersection. Okay. Oh, and some trees. I wonder, the trees might block the traffic as well. Maybe I don't want to have quite that many. And I know we still don't have a ton of statues. I don't suppose you can make the statues bigger, huh? Oh! Okay! Oh, I didn't try that. Ha ha ha! Hang on a second. Let's get a big old statue here. And then I think I might still do a small statue there. I'm betting these stack as well. If I put 2, I bet you the statue modifier improves. Okay, we've got everything we need for this, right? Yes, we do. Good. Excellent. Lovely. Lots of innovation is coming again. So, it'd be great to have a filter for priorities. So, Empire. Oh, yeah, the Empire, no. This here... I don't... Why would this not boost? Do we not have any administration going on? That's possible. Okay. Fancy benches, fancy lights, luxurious hearth. Okay. We've got the fancy benches. Oh, no, I need... And I actually do just need the 75 right now. I still really want the fancy lights. Just because it sounds great. I don't actually know if it's the most important, but we'll see. This lets us use opiates in hospital. We might want to grow some at some point. 0 and 0. Why? It doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? Why would this add 0 more workers? Effectively. We have nurseries. You're telling me this really isn't benefiting from that? What? I'm busy. Mute. Daycare. Rate is 10. Employees 7. Workload commute. Degrade efficiency overtime species. Additive technology. Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like the technology is adding in a powerful way. Yeah, because I mean, 1 + 1. So that first tick over here, where is it? This first tick over here really did double it. So another tick would add another 50%, like triple the base, right? Why is it reporting otherwise? Well, should we get the gilded seats? No, then... Oh, is this better? Hold on. Is this better than the fancy torches? We've got the blocks. And this lets people unblock themselves. Sorry, that was crude. Tombs. Oh, hold on. You know what I might want to do is get a barber. Because this will help with health. I mean, maybe the fancy toilets also help with health. And doesn't require me building anything else. On the other hand, the sooner we unlock the grooming, the sooner I will put it in the map and then not, you know, fill up my my city. Barber. Cost. Okay, it is quite fancy, but we've got it. So it needs fancy cut blocks, furniture. It needs tools, optional cloth or fabric, which we've got. And all the races like it except the bug people and Dr. Manhattan, which we don't have any Dr. Manhattans currently, so that should be fine. So let's see if we can get a thing we're happy with here. Booths. Okay. And then how much carpeting do I need? Oh. Out of curiosity, if I go and get another one of these, can I carpet enough? No, we won't have 100% efficiency. It's close. Or quality. It's close. So I guess what I'll do is I'll have a slightly shorter booth here. Because then we won't need quite as much carpet, and there's technically a little bit more room for another carpet. But that is fine by itself. And then we'll put a door over there. I mean, it feels a little bit bad, but... Oh, hold on. Let me click you. Okay, yeah, the services and the employees are 1-to-1 over here. What's the 95? Oh, how many sort of per day? Yeah, so 7 at a time and maybe up to 95 per day. I mean, we need a lot because of our people, but we're going to build a few. So get that. Thank you for the save. And then, you know, maybe I'll like go up diagonally through the city. Put one there. and then we'll check proximity, although I suspect we might still need more even with proximity just to get enough services. It is very full of stuff over here. Put that down. I may have to go with a different shape for something here. A little out of the way, but you can go there, and you can go there. Okay, and I think, yeah, we've got an outbreak. I know. Barbers, I think, was a thing in here, wasn't it? I don't see it at the bottom, and I don't see it at the top. Maybe I was wrong about that, but we'll see. In any case, yeah, the humans want it. It was in the list. Yes. In fact, all the races want some. So, again, except for the bugs and the Dr. Manhattans. What are these guys called? Cantors. Mythical giants. They're not one of the races you can start with. I'm assuming you have to capture a trade for them. Hello, big statue. And yeah, there is overlap there for the statue. Interestingly enough, the big statue has a bigger radius. But, ooh, got a dead guy. Has a bigger radius, but doesn't actually have, like, the full boost. So we do want overlapping statues and statue gardens. Can I just put another one, like, back to back over here? It's not necessarily a high traffic area. We've got a few statues over there. We could clearly use a lot more. So, let's... Actually, there might be a triple overlap here, and that's two. I'm betting we can do, like, quad overlap with these things. Can't put statues in here, even though, it kind of looks like we should be able to. Let's do this, and then we'll revisit this area and see how it feels. Here, like that. All right. Just waiting for those to get installed. That shouldn't take too long. Minus 200, but again, actually, if we had no sick people, then we would be positive workforce. Population's taken a bit of a hit here. Well, I mean, with some of our deaths, that's obviously going to have an impact. Still would like to mine these rocks here. Okay, there's the statues. 1, 2... Do we not have a triple overlap? Maybe 2 is as good as it gets? Or, no, hold on. Counting the pluses isn't the full picture. There's 1 plus that's dark, 1 plus that's slightly brighter, 2 pluses, and it's brighter yet. Okay, well, I don't know how to interpret these things then. But more people should be getting some statue happiness. That's the important thing. And wait, is our mechanics done yet? No. We don't have that many odd jobbers, so again, it is somewhat fair. And yeah, it'll be... Was the statues in here? Or sculptures? Yeah. 1%. I think we need a lot of these. Reach max fulfillment value needs to be 12%. Okay. General decoration degrade in your city. Access can be higher than 100%. Compensate places of access. Right. So I wonder if 1 statue is the 100% and 2 statues might bring you to 200% or something like that. And then that gives you a little bit of extra lingering stuff. Does seem like we need more. We don't need 100% coverage. That, though, sounds good. The fact that we just need to sit at around 12%. This, that. People will have to skirt around, but... Not being very consistent about which side I'm putting the statues on, but... A lot of traffic over here, so hopefully this really does tend to see a lot of people. A lot of people over here are going to see these statues. Actually, we need more light here. Let me go that, then copy the torch, put it down there, there, and there. The one thing with the fancy lights, I think they have a bigger radius, which might mean excess overlap. And I don't know if that leads to the... It just needs to have maximum brightness. So I think our overlap is going to be a little bit wasteful in places. But so be it. Okay. Out of the mechanics, I mean. Still just pending. More knowledge. So much innovation coming in. Okay. The carpentry is still excellent. And it's a big source of our money. This, there we go. This is more expensive and not as valuable. The tool's definitely not. Okay. Okay. What about... only 0.19 workers per tech. Should increase the size. It seems okay. I guess... you know, maybe they're assuming that with one more worker... 0.19 workers, like maybe it won't come... and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I need the pottery making boost. Well, maybe. I think it's no good. Well, also, I mean, it is going to eat some tools. But it seems okay. What about this tailor? Ish. Oh, this is the category I can scroll down. I got to remember that. We'll probably want the ration making tech boost. Arrows, paper. Oh, this is actually really good. Now, part of me is like, well, if I get the paper tech, I could cut back on the number of workers, but then that might lower the value of the tech. But still, it might be worthwhile. I have 3 paper makers, right? I kind of wonder if we do this, if we can bulldoze one. I think what's going to happen right now, I can't even see. Oh, it's right. It's right. It's near. There it is. Like if I close the smaller one, actually. Let me do that. Boom. So we may or may not still be running a net positive. We might not have updated immediately. But... it still thinks it's good. I'm going to go and give it a couple of kicks and then leave it there. Stone sculpting. Oh my god, that is actually really good. Now that's tools. Oh, and over here too. Yeah. We do have a lot of workers, but again, we might be able to go down a little. All right, what I'm going to do is I'll finish the tool boosting, which is now full and then doesn't give us the stats. This still looks pretty appealing. I'll just go and do the 1 tick there. Jewelry making is fine and fun. And these are different. Oh, so this unlocks a restaurant. Let's take a look at what restaurant does for us. Everybody loves a restaurant. Oh, it consumes herbs. Makes sense. Got to get some flavor in the cooking, but we may not be able to support that currently. And it leads to... oh, that does lead to the tier 2 food stall upgrade. We could also consider getting the inn. Maybe this turns into a huge moneymaker. I'll have to look up some specific tourism guides. But this is eating knowledge, so it's a little bit different than just spending innovation. Still curious, is this still saying nothing? Is it because, I wonder, if right now it's effectively thinking, well, we're not producing anymore because we reached our target. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because I kind of don't trust display on that. Misinterpreting, right? Just administration just gets a boost. And then technology, 0.1. Yeah, I'm wondering if the math, maybe the math doesn't work properly on the on anything that produces research because it doesn't really produce the same way. So maybe that display is a little bit broken. Probably, very likely, we will need another administration thing soon, but there. Okay. You got your paper, you're getting your paper, that's great. Okay, let's boost this speed. I don't want to finish this episode. Minus 48. Yeah, people are getting better. Excellent. Choochin, choochin, choochin. And I'm putting it over here, right? Yes, okay. Which I think is going to be perfectly fine. Oh my god. Build faster. Minus 18. We're about to go positive on our workforce. Oh, I guess we were building all the barbers too. That was pulling some of the attention away. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with that because the barbers seem like they'll be a pretty good boost to things. Okay, mechanics is up. There's no optional stuff over here. We don't have the ability to add any more there. We're going to start getting this going. We're not going to have a ton of workers here, so it wouldn't surprise me if like boosting tech for this won't do much. But yeah, we're just going to get this to start processing, crew some of this, and then we'll have some for some upgrades soon. Okay, so a little barber station. Oh, so cute. So how's your weekend looking? I just feel like I've got to prepare before I go and get my haircut. I have to have my like conversation topics ready and prepared ahead of time. Services, because you're all full, that's fine. But then if we look here and services, and we look at Baba's, all right over here. There you go. We'll have to wait for this to trickle up, but yeah. I think it's fair to say we probably need more bathhouses. I think they've probably gone and incorporated that, and we do actually need more. Slash more bigger ones. So, first, just as an idea of proximity slash coverage. I mean, everything looks fairly bright. A little less over here. Is there anything? Oh, those are trees. I don't know if these are trees I planted. I can't click on them, so I'm assuming not. So I think that's we're going to put a bathhouse here. Oosh. I can't remember if we... Put that down there. Relaxation. Right, you need a very, very little bench. We maybe need like a giant bathhouse, but I can't really fit another bath in here. I think that's part of the issue. These are all very tiny. Here's a proposal. Do I build another couple of housing blocks a little further out, tear down one of these housing blocks in the center, and just put more services in? That's probably what we have to do. How you doing over here? Yeah, not ideal. Not the worst. Asylum over there. I still have to unlock the ration maker. Getting a few administration points. What am I going to spend next? I kind of like the idea of work safety. These accidents are not the best. Although, I kind of think, no, it's logistics. Here's the thing. How about negative housing? Negative 253, but only 6 homeless people. This display still confuses me a little. But let's go and build a second one of these. This plaza over here might be a great place to put a bunch of... Like, this little thing here might be good for decoration. Oh, we crossed over 4.5k! Hello! Innovation, more noble promotions, and more knowledge. Okay. Okay. Well, I think what I'm going to do with the knowledge immediately is... Oh, wait, no, it's administration for this. Right. What am I going to do with the knowledge immediately? The knowledge is the yellow expense. Fortifications, artillery, drilling, more morale. Oh, okay, we can boost the training around here. It says... Okay, this is innovation. We're going to go and do this, because I think this is another one where it doesn't really report very accurately. Let's make the training ground a little bit more efficient. But yeah, where are we going to spend our yellow? So this again doesn't... It tells us it doesn't do anything, but I'm not sure that's true. 3.2, 0.04 workers per point spent. Do I believe that? We don't have that much admin, to be fair. Oh, advanced labs. And then... Oh, you'll need gears. But that's okay, because we're starting to make gears. 104 knowledge going into advanced laboratory. Okay. Okay. Gears, we've got our first one. Huzzah. So, laboratories over here. Okay, we don't need tons of gears. Now, what do you actually... That's not the gear place. So how does this actually work? Oh, you consume furniture. Oh, okay. Well, you need to get you some furniture. Do I want to add it here? Or do I want a hauler over here? So right now, the consumption rate's going to be pretty bad. I think I'm just going to add it over here. So I'll downtick the coal a couple more times. Add in a couple of boxes of furniture. Do I want to do a pull for furniture? Now, that would be say from this central place over here. Okay, change of plans. I'm not going to store furniture here. I will do a hauler. We might expand our mechanics. We could put it just across. I might do that. Hauler. A double. No, just a single. How much do you consume? Not very much, actually. So, single hauler, sure. And we might want a bathhouse right here. Oh, is this not done? There it is. Furniture. Yoink, which is going to be from a couple of different central warehouses. That's fine. So there we go. We'll try to bring some stuff over here so we don't have to spend as much time walking to get this going. Now, I expect if we look at the mechanics, these upgrades probably... Well, no, actually. Even with so few workers, this first level really does have huge bang for our buck. All right, we'll finish all the basics. And... Interesting that it's kind of static there. Wow. Kind of, all right, a little surprised that's proving to be so efficient given the few number of mechanics we've got here. But maybe there's something about the production rate that makes it extra sensitive to multipliers? I don't know. Yeah, commute and hauling. Yeah, the hauling's really bad over there. So you can see here the 85, right? 0.85 is the 85. That makes sense. I guess if I've got a hauler, why don't I just do a little metal one too? So, do this. We'll haul some metal. Nope. Right, I gotta wait for the little, yeah, there you go, the little crossed out thing. Metal, yoink, tools and all, and then maybe a central warehouse. But tools and all, it's interesting that it doesn't have any. It's actually really interesting. Oh, because it's not a priority one, so they are going somewhere else. Like, this is nearby. Also, this is told to pick up loose stuff, so if there happen to be any metal sitting in these things, theoretically, that should get grabbed. Someone else might be reserving it first with a higher priority, but this might help. How is our metal production? Slightly negative. Barely, but slightly. Now, I could upgrade the workers, but I'm willing to bet... Oh, well, we don't have any innovation, so... Let's do that, and then how's our gear count? Very close to us being able to upgrade our first lab. And then we'll probably spend some more on the metal tech, because I don't think we saw any upgrades there. Yeah, slight positive. Good. Great, go mechanics. Go banana. Oh, not library. How much do you need? 43 for this one. I guess they'll probably all be 43. 40. Okay, that's going to be a very nice get for us. Boom. Excellent. And then we'll do the others. And then we should be able to keep improving things. Okay, that calling out the math for the workers and the tech feels really good. Thank you so much for that. So that we could do a little bit of math there rather than looking at the absolute gain. That is really good. All right, I've got the second administration coming in, just waiting for the construction. Late short there. Disease is mostly dealt with. Population dipped a tiny bit again, but mostly is okay. Like a dip below the 4.5k that we had. That gave us the next level. And yeah, I kind of expect we'll need another mechanic at some point, because there's going to start to be a little maintenance as we do the upgrades, but yeah. All right, you know what? I think I'm going to go and put a cut here. It'll give me a little bit of time to go and evaluate a few things, like some of the service access. Oh, one deranged. I wonder, is this full? It's not full. Okay. Yeah, so we still need the ration making over there, but cool. The bootstrapping continues. Thank you very much for watching another episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Ooh, maybe a bath over here and a barber.